But that would confirm this show, What Just Happens policy, that Harry and Meghan don't actually have any kids. There you go. We were right all along,
baby
right?
bump and the strap-on bump, because here is a picture in the womb, the very first picture of Archie, I assume it is.
Meghan has just dropped a glossy Instagram mood board to mark 7 years. And yes, it's all anyone can talk about. Some viewers loved the nostalgia. Others called it conspicuously staged. Harry's name is oddly absent from the shoutouts, and people noticed. Is this a confident solo moment or a public relations dodge? Either way, the post landed like a statement. Meghan's in control of the narrative, and that's exactly what people are debating.
And she'd go and step in front of the cameras a couple of hours after she'd had the kids sometimes, but they kept Archie really under lock and key for days and then didn't show him, and then were doing all these kind of control.
Scroll-stopping visuals, cropped family shots, and a curated timeline. Meghan's mood board reads like a highlight reel. Fans applauded the style. Critics called it self-congratulatory. Harry appears in some frames, but the focus feels off-balance. Are we seeing private memories or a crafted brand? The tension between public love story and private life is precisely what makes this so clickable. And of course, the internet loves to pick apart every pixel.
And people make a lot of them never showing the faces of their kids. Well, it's here. Well, it's here before it was born. I think that one was ours.
Reaction went fast. Some said beautiful. Others said too staged. When Meghan curates family imagery, people ask, where's the line between celebration and overshare? Harry's absence from captions made commentators wonder who the mood board was actually for. The public, the press, or Meghan herself. Whatever the motive, the post gives us a clear headline. Meghan is steering the conversation, and Harry's role, visible or not, is suddenly under a microscope.
I think that that's actually the opposite. And she reads every headline. She reads all the stories that people write about her. And I think, stuff like posting photos of Archie are to quash all those rumors. And then them in love, that's again to quash those rumors.
You can't understate how symbolic images are. A toddler's first photo or a loving portrait can feel intimate until it's carefully assembled into a public tribute. Meghan's choices suddenly become statements. Harry's presence in selected snaps invites interpretation, supportive partner or background figure. The social feed turns private moments into public talking points, and viewers decide what that means for the couple and for the idea of privacy in the celebrity era.
And as you say, Samara, the thing is that he's been useful to her. He's got her where she is now. And I
Some
think
commentators saw the mood board as a confidence play, Meghan taking charge of her story. Others read it as defensive, a reaction to headlines and legal battles that have trailed the couple. Harry's quieter role in the post feeds that divide. Is he deliberately low-key or sidelined by the showmanship of celebrity branding? It's an argument about roles. Who earns the spotlight, who shapes the image, and who pays the price for public attention?
It's humiliating for him.
It is. I mean, it was always very much us versus them for the past, I'd say, 5 years since they exited the royal family. We are against the royal family.
Let's talk tone. The mood board mixes tenderness with spectacle, kisses, candid smiles, travel snaps, but it's all been art-directed. That creates friction. Tenderness feels real when spontaneous. It reads as PR when composed. Meghan's aesthetic instincts are clear, polished, intentional, branded. Harry's quieter moments feel like punctuation marks. Audiences split. Some want authenticity. Others want a celebrity narrative. Either way, the post is a conversation starter, and clicks are the currency.
Her other half. I mean, this woman, narcissism doesn't even begin to cover it, does it?
It's an absolute joy, isn't it? The 7-year
I wouldn't call it a joy.
People also zeroed in on privacy. Years of public debate about protecting children collides with a family snapshot in plain view. Meghan's mood board reignited the question, how much should be shared? Harry and Meghan have been vocal about protecting their kids, yet images invite scrutiny. That tension fuels speculation and headlines. For storytellers and viewers alike, the bigger question remains, can you curate family moments without trading too much of the family itself?
He is just, her whipping boy. He is so subordinate to her. It's excruciating. I mean,
Then there's prophecy culture. Folks love to predict splits, climaxes, and crises. The 7-year anniversary has some commentators joking about the 7-year itch. Meghan and Harry are human. Of course, the internet will read marital drama into anything. But predictions based on curated posts are thin evidence. Still, the mood board became a mirror. People project their fears, hopes, and gossip onto these images, turning a private milestone into public lore.
Side piece in Meghan's life, and she has a track record for when this person doesn't suit or benefit me, I'm just going to toss you to the wayside.
What about the brand angle? Meghan has been building businesses, podcasts, and a public persona. The mood board fits that arc. Harry's profile, once defined by military service and royal duties, now reads differently in a commercial partnership era. That shift invites critique. Who is the provider of influence? Who sells what story? The Instagram moment is both a celebration and a branding move, and critics and fans are split on whether that's savvy or soulless. Let's dive deeper. Why does a mood board create such fury and fascination? Social media turns private life into content, and Meghan and Harry are living examples. Meghan's carefully chosen images highlight a narrative arc: romance, growth, family, resilience. But audiences have learned to read the subtext. Absence of a name here, a cropped face there. Harry's quieter presence raises questions, but also reflects a modern celebrity dynamic where partners carry different public burdens. When one half of a duo is the loud, visible brand, the quieter partner's role becomes ambiguous, and speculation fills the gap. The mood board matters because it's not just photos. It's a declaration about who controls the storyline. For Meghan, framing the story is empowerment. For some viewers, it feels like self-promotion. That tension, empowerment versus performative branding, is the cultural fault line that makes this story stick. Now, the privacy conversation. Meghan and Harry once spoke passionately about protecting their children. So when family images appear, a paradox emerges. Posting a photograph can be a shield, a way to control the first version of an image before tabloids spin it, but it can also invite invasive scrutiny. Archie and Lilibet are public interest because of their parents' fame, and that means every image becomes evidence in a debate about boundaries. Meghan's decision to place family photos in the public feed may be intended to reclaim narrative, but it also sparks backlash. Are those photos for comfort or for optics? The truth is messy. Parents in the public eye walk a tightrope, show enough to satisfy goodwill without feeding an appetite for more invasive coverage. Meghan and Harry have to navigate that balance while contending with critics who read any move as symbolic of much larger marital or business questions. Financial narrative and public perception. Meghan's projects, podcasts, lifestyle ventures, and branding have been scrutinized for profitability and authenticity. Harry's role, historically tied to royal duties, shifted when they stepped back from royal life. The mood board can be read through an economic lens. Is it part of an effort to position the couple for deals, or simply a personal keepsake? Either way, audiences interpret visuals as signals about money, ambition, and intent. Stories that paint Meghan as chasing wealth or Harry as a sidelined partner are seductive headlines, but reality is rarely so neat. People want simple villains and heroes, yet public life is a complex mix of personal choices, business strategy, and media pressure. The lesson? Visuals can be investment pitches, emotional notes, or both, and the internet will decide which story suits its mood. Let's talk narrative control. Meghan's mood board is a method of owning a timeline. Instead of allowing tabloids to stitch together a story, she presents her version: smiling moments, milestones, and carefully framed memories. Harry's quieter captions and fewer public statements can be read as solidarity, strategy, or silence, depending on who writes the headline. That selective exposure is powerful. Controlled images can defuse rumors or fuel them. When a public figure crafts their own archive, they change how journalists and audiences interpret events. For Meghan and Harry, controlling imagery is also about safety, preempting invasive coverage by setting the frame. Yet, even the act of controlling the frame becomes fodder. Critics call it manipulation, supporters call it agency. The debate reveals how little control public figures really have, because once shared, images are remixed, memed, and weaponized by dozens of different audiences.